Hey everybody, this is Butt Sanchez, the only YouTuber that made you realize you never had a better time on YouTube until now. Today we're going to play one of my favorite games of all time, Resident Evil 4. As you can see by the copyright date at the bottom, if you want to call it that. This is the 2005 version, so it's not the remake, which came out, whatever. And I found the remake to be an excellent remake of this game, which is already an excellent game. There are some gripes I have with the remake. For the one, it feels more speedrunner focused. This one doesn't really, but you can speedrun it, as you can just purchase rocket launchers and cheese the bosses, but I'm not going to do that. I will be starting a new game, but I will be doing a normal playthrough of this game. As you can see, I have beaten the game on professional mode. I recommend doing professional mode just to say you beat it, so you can unlock this really powerful weapon that's overpowered. Other than that, the game, in my opinion, is not very fun in professional mode, especially the remake version of this game. Professional mode fucking made me question why I play video games, is how much I was getting frustrated and how much I fucking hated that. But we're not going to do that. Today we're going to play the original one. We're not going to do easy, we'll just do normal. So, sorry if you wanted me to, you know, squeal or something, or just go through this like with a lot of pain, but I got more important things to do, as I always say. So, without further ado, let's play
Resident Evil 4.
And I'll be quiet during the cutscenes. I will, special costume 1 is what you get when you beat the game normally, where Leon, I have a cat named Leo, has a slightly different, I think it's his raccoons, I wish they showed you what it looked like. It's his Raccoon City police outfit from RE2. Special 2 is just a goofy costume that gives, like, Leon is wearing a, it's like a black, like, 1930s gangster outfit with, like, a fedora, and it's, I think you get it when you purchase a Chicago typewriter, but we won't worry about that. We'll just go with the normal one, because this one makes the game really easy, and this one makes you take a little bit less damage, but it doesn't tell you that, so we'll go with normal. I like how normal is spelled with the lowercase n.
1998. I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains. Soon after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella. The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation. Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City. With the whole affair gone public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished. Six years have passed since that horrendous incident.
Note, I don't know Spanish very well, so...
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Coño, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us. You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Oh, you crazy American. It's a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
Like I said, I don't know Spanish. I thought the game had subtitles, but this is 2005. If you know Spanish, the game, you can hear some of the nuances from what the monsters say.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted.
I like how he stopped because the guy had to take a fucking leak.
In this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the President's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden. Must be my imagination. Sorry it took so long.
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
And they're police officers. So if you've ever played this game,
Who are these guys?
I gotta see if I can turn on some
Did you
subtitles.
say something?
Of course, this has subtitles.
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan. I'll be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. Leon out.
So a cool thing about this game is you can kind of like skip most of the story just by like, if you like choose to go to like your files or not or whatever. So you can kind of see like what the player's communication log or whatever. Oh, that was accounting. We already saw that. So info on Ashley here. So Ashley Graham, age 20, daughter of the United States president. That's her title apparently. She was kidnapped by an unidentified group while on her way home from her university. The kidnapper's motives are still unknown, although there's reliable information that the perpetrator is an insider. Only a handful of people know about this kidnapping. It's been kept under wraps mostly due to the fact that we can't determine who the traitor is. The guys in intelligence say that they have reliable information, but that Ashley's been sighted somewhere in Europe. But until we find out who the insider is, I don't know what to believe. It could be a ploy. We have very few leads as to the whereabouts of Ashley, but members of the Secret Service and anyone else related to Ashley are being questioned by an investigative team. Even active agents are being investigated for any information. It's just a matter of time before the kidnapper's exposed. Awesome. So, I wonder if I can go into, before I do anything, the video settings or anything. I don't think there's any... Apparently subtitles are off. That's interesting. I wonder if I can just go to exit for a second. I'm going to go and see if I can turn on subtitles, but... I mean, I'll just be extra quiet, I guess, but... So this is Resident Evil 4. When it came out, it was a pretty big... Okay, R, whatever it is that hold your gun out. I got to figure out which is shoot. So it's that button. I haven't played this in a while, so you're going to kind of bear with me. And that's reload. And that's your knife. Okay, awesome. So Resident Evil 4. I don't think it... No, you can run in this game. Like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so it'd be a good kind of thing.
Not that way, cowboy.
A good playthrough of this game. I may be pushing or opening the map quite a bit, so... Because this game is kind of confusing. There's no well, there's a compass on the map here, but you know, figure out where to go for the most part with saving and all that stuff. I'll probably split this game out per sub-chapters. There's like 5 chapters with 4 sub-chapters each, so it's going to be a pretty long playthrough. We split out every week, so there's just that. I feel like I should press L2 to do this, but whatever. But so this game came out, it was... I'm really rusty at this game, apparently. Wow, I missed that crow 3 times, or twice. When this game came out, it was quite a bit different from regular Resident Evil games. It's like you have to do this kind of like, you can't move and shoot. I don't know if you can do that in the original game, but you can move, you can aim and shoot, and then you can turn around and you have kind of tank controls. So the game, you probably could say, hasn't aged very well, but I think it adds to the charm of this game quite a bit because it makes you... It adds kind of pressure and suspense because it's like you don't know if you should run or fight kind of thing. So just how it goes. Pablo. Like I said, I don't really know my Spanish, unfortunately. My friend Weasel's fluent in Spanish, so maybe he should be joining me to play this. Let's go in here, I guess, and get kind of accustomed to the game a little bit. I'm going to see if I can turn on subtitles. I don't know why you can't do it in-game. You must have to do it back at the main menu.
Excuse me. Sir? I was wondering if you might recognize the girl in this photograph.
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? ¡Lárgate, cabrón!
Sorry to have bothered you.
Freeze! I said freeze!
I'm used to pressing the X button. Oh, I killed him. That was kind of surprising. I thought I'd have to do at least one more thing, but apparently I killed him. Must have got a critical hit with my kick.
Shit.
There are a lot of cutscenes in this game.
Is everything okay?
There was a hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him. There are still others surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
I did kill him. Interesting. He's not a zombie. Kind of explore the house a little bit. You could try to go out here. You're used to hearing this music. It's, pressing the other side. Like the danger music in the first, like, third of the game. It's kind of an unusual, unsettling song, if you want to call it that, or whatever you want to call it. Killed a lot of people. Look at all those maggots. If you ever played if you have a VR goggles, this game on VR is pretty good, but they did change some things in the game, mainly like some of the... Changed some of like the dialogue to be a little bit more inclusive, which I think was stupid. Why make a remake if you're gonna just change things? So I'm gonna kind of just see if I can just run past a little bit over here. Do this. Whoop. I didn't mean to reload there. See if I kick this guy here. That guy got killed. They kind of jerk back like that. They're basically dead. Take your knife out. Your knife's quite good in this game, in my opinion. So one thing you'll notice is the dialogue is it's voice acted extremely well, but it's very cheesy because apparently the original game had kind of a lackluster story that tried taking itself too seriously. And so whoever had to like do the localization of this game decided to add as many... I think he had to keep all the names and stuff the same, but he tried changing the script to make it as cheesy as possible, and it worked. Because that's why this game is remembered. Now, if you don't mind me for a second, I'm just going to save and go back to the main menu just so I can add a... What do you call it? I'm going to add a... Just go up to here. Just turn on the voice subtitles, so bear with me for a second. Okay, well, I'm back. Apparently, you can't even set the subtitles anyway, so I don't really understand why it's even in the options, so I guess we'll just go on. These crows are usually pretty worthwhile to shoot. You have to get kind of used to your laser pointer reticle. It seems like you're aiming right at the bird over there, but you have to kind of aim to the left. You have to make sure the dot is on them. Shoot that bird, and then shoot the other one over here. Usually they have pesetas, but if it's blue, that means pesetas, which is an outdated currency. But if it's red, it's usually like an item, in this case a hand grenade. I don't know why a crow or a bird has a hand grenade on them. The hand grenade's probably as big as the crow, but we don't question it because this game is fun. There's a reason why I love this game. I don't think I've ever noticed this bear trap there, just kind of hidden in the weeds there a little bit. I'll call it the weeds. Should be like a red... At least I thought there was a red... something. Maybe it's up in the tree or something. Like I probably should practice this a little bit more, so I'm a little bit more accustomed to this. But Shouldn't really matter. I'm gonna kind of edit out like a lot of the nonsense, like me trying to like look around exploring and finding stuff. At least like, so it's not like, you know, make the game a little bit more bearable. Oh. Normally, why am I shooting him in the knee? Just so they kind of keels over. Normally I would shoot him in the head, but I was trying to kick him just because right now I don't have a lot of ammo, so I'm just trying to conserve my ammo. There should be a monster like right over here. Or not. I guess the guy like stabbed to the wall. Like I said, you want to conserve ammo, so your knife is actually pretty effective in this game. In the remake, the knife is a lot more involved with the combat, and the knife can break, which is kind of an interesting choice, but you can actually deflect stuff, completely negate attacks and whatever else, and you can actually upgrade your knife, which is kind of fun. But we don't have that in this game. We just have the standard knife. Is that a bone? Anyway, if you turn over here, this line was actually changed in the VR remake. They got rid of the sex discrimination line for some reason and just said better find her fast. I think it just said better find her fast. The VR version of this game is an excellent VR port. Besides like some of the minor changes that they did, you can't shoot those guys up there. My main beef with the VR one, though, is you can run, you can aim, move, and shoot, and it just really breaks the game, in my opinion. Just makes it kind of, like, too easy, in my opinion. Another thing, too, if you're not used to the locomotion of, like, movement in that game, you can get, motion sickness extremely easily. If I were, like, I had a friend that would bring it over to my apartment, and anytime he would, I would have to go to the gas station across the street and get like a ginger ale or something of that nature. Let's see if I can remember how to. Try to remember how you pick. So something like, okay, there we go. So we'll just do this. In the remake of this game, they kept the, what do you call it? This like briefcase kind of minigame where you have to like play like Tetris and move your stuff around. And that's fine, but for some reason, you can also just press the left control stick in, and it just auto-sorts everything. So I honestly just argue, what's the point of recreating that if you can just fucking auto-sort? This game, I'm gonna take out some of the monotony of doing that, so just how it goes.
Leon, how you holding up?
Bad question, Hunnigan.
Sorry to hear that. I'm sending you a playing manual. Hope you find it useful.
I'll take a look at it, thanks.
I like how they send you this now, after like you fought a couple of monsters, but maybe they just wanted to get used to just fighting a little bit. So there's two things you can do in this village. You can either fight the monsters and stay back by the gate like I always did. Probably because I watched my brother do this. Or you can go into the village and see. Uh-oh, there's one of our police officers. I always stay back and then just throw grenades or whatever I need to do here, so just kind of pick off the guys here. If you go into the village, you can get a chainsaw person coming after you, and in my opinion, it gets a lot harder. Just because you don't really have, you're pretty ill-equipped, but I think after a certain amount of time, like, the bell rings, and then all the monsters run away. I'll just call them all monsters for all intents and purposes. Crap, I didn't mean to reload. Luckily, the monsters are pretty slow here, so I don't have to really worry about it too much. I got a bunch of crap here. Notice how you have to kind of guess where the grenade's gonna throw, or land when you throw it. I'm gonna reload my gun. Make sure you pay attention to your ammo, because like there's nothing worse than like trying to like aim your gun at a monster at the head or something, and then fire only for Leon to have no ammo and he automatically reloads his gun. So you gotta make sure you pay attention quite regularly. So like right here, I'm gonna try and hit this guy in the head. I hit the guy behind him, which is not what I was trying to do, but that's just whatever. Like, is that a leaf that came after me? I thought like someone threw a knife, or not a knife, but whoops, threw something at me. If you can, try to like stagger them and then kick them, because you can do a lot of collateral damage just from kicking like this. So far, so good. Hit the guy in the nuts. more monsters come in. I think these guys are called Ganados or Ganados or something. Like, and I don't really know my Spanish, so... And I probably have a gringo Spanish accent if I have any kind of accent at all. Just how it is, I guess. Make love with your knife. Of course, I'm gonna take a green herb here. Not doing so hot here, but the point is I'm not dead, am I? Really doing bad here. Am I completely out of ammo? I really am, really. It doesn't matter, I guess the bell rang here.
La campana.
There's a famous line that's said here.
Tenemos que irnos. Lord Sattler.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
And that was the opening to one of the best games ever. And if you're not aware or never played the remake of this game, they do keep that bingo line in the remake because it's so iconic.
Hunnigan, I have some bad news. I've confirmed the body of an officer. Something's happened to the people here.
Leon, you need to get out of there. Look for a tower and follow the trail near it.
Got it.
Before I forget, I'm going to go back where I came, which I think is this way, because I can go at least get some collectibles. One thing that's interesting or to note in this game is when you're damaged, like right now I have like yellow health, you're a little bit slower, and same thing goes if you're red, you're even slower, so kind of want to keep your life up as much as you can. I should find an ample supply of green herbs here, so it shouldn't be too bad to do whatever. Yeah, like here's one right here. I'll just use that just because, why not? For the most part, I'm going to, like, edit out or just speed up, like, all the treasure collecting, because I like to do that. I don't know what the button is to just go right to the map. Just to kind of look around here, but there's quite a few buildings that you kind of do. If you see, like, a red, whatever that is, that means you can't go that way. It's a locked door, so it's just what it is. Refreshing drink to me. I guess maybe I'll kind of look around for a little bit, because this just to kind of get some of the lore. What a sinister-looking fellow. Make sure I reload my gun. Can never go home without it, I guess. So I got a grenade. So I think that was... So I think I've had all three of them already. So that was a... It's the Y button. So there's a flash grenade. I always thought were the worst ones, but those are probably the best, most valuable grenades. Even though they don't harm the monsters. They won't until the next chapter. Incendiary grenades and hand grenades just do a lot of damage. So they're always handy to have those. In addition, when you have a hand grenade out, you move it like the fastest... Leon moves at his fastest velocity, so... We'll just kind of go with that. I'm not going to play the game with like a lot of glitches until I get the Striker shotgun deep into the game, which allows me to do the famous Ditman glitch. You ever seen all the shenanigans that ensue from that, so... A lot of fun for that. Yellow herbs are pretty interesting. I don't think I have any green herbs, but once I find one, I'll explain how those kind of work, but... For the most part, you combine it with a green herb. Oh, here's a red herb, actually. I can combine it with a red herb as well, but I'll need a green herb to consume the red herb. So there's like a primitive combination, or what do you call it? Like, not sure if combination's the right thing, but like, I'll just call it a combination, where you can kind of like combine like certain items and stuff like that. If you combine like a green herb, let's see if I can just cut this log here. You can combine, like, a green herb with a yellow herb, and if you consume that, you get the effects of a green herb while increasing your max health by a little bit. So it always behooves you to find yellow herbs as much as you can. Shotgun shells. If you find a red herb, you can combine it with a green herb and get all your life back. And then you can combine a yellow, green, and red herb to full heal yourself, along with giving yourself, extending your max health just by a little bit. Now, if I came into the village, you can actually, like, push these, like, the furniture against the doors and stuff to protect you from the monsters breaking in. Because I think the game kind of wants you to come into here and do whatever you need to do. But we're not doing that. We're just doing it the way I've always played. Which is avoiding the chainsaw guy, because those guys are scary. Nothing useful, though. Like I said, I wasn't gonna like kind of take out all the monotony of like looking for stuff, but since this is the first village, it's like kind of some like kind of fun things to look at besides the shotgun here. So that's how it goes. Since we killed, there's no monsters here. They went to go to church basically. We don't have to worry about any of this nonsense. Just kind of keep looking at whatever else is the type I don't get along with exactly. Not the type I get along with either. Gonna go exploring a little bit. There should be a spindle, if I remember correctly. Maybe some hand... I don't know why there's handgun ammo off the edge of the chimney there, but there is, so just the way it goes. Looks like there's a box there I can break. So I will be editing out most of this in the future stuff where I'm just exploring, but right now, why not just kind of do this? Another red herb, which is kind of nice. Go in the tower. I guess that being said, I don't think there's much else to really kind of talk about while I'm kind of exploring, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Kind of a weird thing. You have this like watchtower here and you put shotgun shells, not rifle ammo, but shotgun shells up there. I also like how ridiculously high you are. And Leon, they didn't want to animate him going down the ladder, so they just had him jump like 2 stories down. I don't know, if that were me, I'd probably break my legs. Alright, looks like the egg, excuse me, the chicken laid an egg. If you just wait, you can actually just replenish your health getting as many eggs as you want. Very rarely, it's probably a 1% chance, I'm not sure what it is, but chickens will lay a golden egg, which full heals you. The golden chicken egg was actually considered the best weapon in the remake. It's something Capcom always does with all their games, where they always make like the worst item in the game or worst weapon in the game, like the one that's used to defeat the last boss, just because they're funny like that. But you can actually use a golden chicken egg to fight a boss called Salazar that we'll find out later. And it just pretty much destroys them. It's pretty funny to watch. But sadly, I don't think you could throw chicken eggs in this game. So this is a memo that this village put up, which is why they're hostile towards me. Recently, there's been information that a United States government agent is here investigating the village. Do not let this American agent get into contact with the prisoner. For those of you not informed, the prisoner is being held in an old house beyond the farm. We will transfer the prisoner to a more secure location in the valley when we're ready. The prisoner is to stay there until further notice. Meanwhile, do not let the American agent near the prisoner. We do not know how the American government found out about our village, but we are investigating. However, I feel like this intrusion at this particular time is not just a coincidence. I sense a third party other than the United States government involved here. My fellow men, stay alert. Chief, I don't know how you pronounce the first name. Bitores Mendez. We'll be looking at Mendez in a little bit here, but he's known as the Big Cheese, according to Leon. I think I just went in that house. I just kind of went in there again. So that's how the game kind of tells some of the story, just like through files and stuff like that. So kind of a fun thing. And the remake of this game, this is like the only like kind of quest, and I'll say that loosely in this game. Whoopsie, I guess there's a, probably shouldn't have done that, but lorded all the monsters here. But let's read this form for a second. So there are 15 blue medallions, 7 in the farm, which is this place, and 8 in the cemetery. For those who destroy 10 or more, you'll be rewarded. The rest is illegible. And the game is at least nice enough to inform you where the blue medallions are, so you don't have to like go looking too hard for that. But in the remake of this game, they tried to get rid of most of the quick time events by replacing them with like side quests, which the side quests can be kind of fun, but I felt like they're kind of just unnecessary in the remake personally. Just seemed like kind of a strange choice they did, but I guess they wanted to get rid of quick time events. They're popular for this kind of game at this point in the at this time in the gaming history in 2005. Quick time events are just a thing. Do not shoot that thing. Instead, shoot the thing there and then shoot that. Then you'll get the pearl pendant worth about, I think, 10,000 pesetas. If you shoot it and get it in the water, it goes into a dirty thing and it's only worth 1,000 pesetas, so it would behoove you to do that. There's that chicken egg over here, but it must have disappeared. I think the items only last like a little bit. This water is rather filthy. Should be a... I don't remember if the cows, they get like hostile and kick you if you attack them. I really don't remember, I guess, and I'd rather not find out. Should be like some blue medallions just kind of hanging around. Like, yeah, one right there. Remember, there's 7 in the farm, which is where I'm at. There's one over there, so let's go over there. I remember watching my brother play this game, and he... Stinking pool of manure. Nice. It's a liquid, too. I think that's that dog I saved earlier. Do not shoot that dog. I don't know why it's over here. Probably just kind of helping out if you need it, I guess. But whatever. Now, I will say with the remake as well with this game, they changed some of the game. Like, the main areas are like the same. Like, you have the farm area, but like the layout's a little bit different. So it's not like a carbon copy, which is... I salute the game designers for doing such a thing. That's why I use your knife. 4 shots to the head, and I got a critical hit on the very last one. You know it's a critical hit when his head blew off and his blood gushing out of it. I say that, then I'm over here trying to shoot this guy, and I knocked his hat off. There we go. Another critical hit after 4 fucking hits. How ridiculous. Alright, just kind of explore the farm a little bit. Don't forget to explore these things to get these spinels, which are... Maybe they're pronounced spinels, I have no idea. But they're worth 1,000 pesetas, which is nice. Even though I got just 1,100 raw pesetas there. I don't know why I'm using my knife here. That was kind of silly of me. Another 1,000 pesetas, or 1 spinel, whatever you want to call it. Gonna go up here. Memory serves me right. There's one right there. There's 3 more to find. Now, yeah, there's one on this windmill thing here, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what this thing's called, but there's one right there, needless to say. You can actually get the one from way over here, but it's pretty hard to get, even though I got it. And I don't know where the other one is, so we'll just consult the map here. When in doubt, look at the map. Apparently it's just right over here, so we'll take the... If you fall right over here, notice you're in like a fenced area. There's a reason for this. Because you can find this nice beer stein here worth quite a bit, but there's some like, I don't know, indentations or something that you can like put stuff in it. Like, I think they're cat size is what you put in them to make the beer stein more valuable than it currently is valued, which is kind of fun. So there's like some combining items make it better. I remember when I was a kid, I did not combine the items at all and just sold them outright, and that was stupid. I looked up later after I beat the game, like, oh no, don't do that. That's foolish to do that. Instead, you should combine your items, and then they'll be worth more combined than separately. But, you know, as a kid, you do stupid things, so just how it goes, I guess. Anyway, that's all the things in this area. Unfortunately, I have to go back up here. Because the way the farm is laid out, you kind of have to go, like, on the rooftop here, jump down the thing over to the side over here in order to get... There's a ladder over there. I think you have to go that way. That door might be barred from this side, so I might have to just do whatever I do best. Yeah, I can't go from this side, but I can go on the other side over here. We'll be coming back to this area later in the game. They kind of reuse the area, but change the setting and environment to make it a little bit darker, and it's raining. More monsters and stuff, a little bit harder. I don't mind that. This is a danger. This is where I think our first quick time event, so I don't know what the buttons are. I hope they're not L and R, because I don't know which buttons I have to press. Oh man, my old age is getting me right now. Come on, Leon. I was worried it was going to be the L and R buttons. I didn't know which ones I had to press, but my instincts took over, and I was okay, so it is what it is. Don't forget to shoot the spinels or spinels out of the ceiling, I guess. Don't forget to reload your gun as well. If memory serves are right, there's actually a little bit past these guy throwing... Yeah, the guy had like a stick of dynamite in his hand there, so if you're really good... You can shoot the dynamite and kill the guy outright. Usually you have to wait for him to kind of like watch out for these things, so shoot that. The guy's throwing dynamite at me. Luckily they're really bad at throwing that dynamite. They can never throw it very far. Then I shot the little like trip wire, and somehow I shot that just like outright, killed the guy. Doing whatever. So what was I saying? They replaced a lot of the QuickTime events with like little side quests where you go get all these collectibles and stuff, which is fine. And I think there's a guy over here as well. That guy, I gotta stand away. They hit all these like collectibles all over the game and stuff. Apparently I'm really low on ammo. Like I remember in the remake there was like a bobblehead you can shoot, and I think there's like 15 levels in that game or something like that. You have to find all 15 bobbleheads to unlock something. So it's one of those things where you have to just find the collectibles, which is fine in certain games, but not really this game. There's enough collectibles as there are in this game. Like for example, this bird's nest right here. Shoot that, you can get a red cat's eye, which I believe you can combine with the beer stein. The only reason I know about that is because you can get a treasure map later. You can buy it from this merchant who will show you that there's something to get here, basically. I just happen to know that because I do remember that, and I don't want to come back here and find it again, so that's just how it is. Seems like whenever there's a typewriter, you almost always seem like it's at the very beginning or the very end of a level, so just how it goes, I guess. Really low on gun ammo. You just kind of... Maybe I shouldn't have, like, went crazy and shot those guys in the head 4 times each. Waste 8 precious bullets. When I could have just used my fucking knife. So... This is the guy that was mentioned in that file that was being held captive past the farm, so...
Little rough, don't you think? You're not like them?
No. You?
Okay, I have only one very important question. You got a smoke?
Got gum.
Perfect. The big cheese.
What?
Is unnaturally strong. And that's the end of that chapter. I did not die. My hit ratio was pretty good. And I killed 34 enemies. So fun. Also, this is starting the next chapter. That coat that Leon is, you see him wearing in the photo here, he'll no longer be wearing. So he'll be wearing like, I think his black shirt underneath the coat. You'll be seeing more of that. So there's that. Anyway, we're just going to save the game and end the video there. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.